Today I am doing a video with the wonderful Tylynn. Tylynn lives in LA, but when she visited New York, she let me know and I was like, oh please, can we do a video together? The reason why is because Tylynn is a big source of inspiration to me. Her grace, her beauty, her aesthetic, her energy, her mentality, her heart, everything about her is beautiful and you'll see in that video. She's also a mom of 3, she is working non-stop, she just launched an amazing lingerie collection, I'll show it on my Instagram. So I was really curious to know a bit more about her routine because I feel like we can get a lot of inspiration from her. Finally, I'm able to catch you in my room.
I know.
To steal your tips and everything.
I mean, you're the queen of beautiful makeup, so thank you.
I'm actually really excited. Like, that's the magic for me of social media. There's things I really don't like. I'm like almost phobic about it. But there are things I really love. I feel like it's like a window to the world and we can meet people. And I met so many incredible women through this platform. And that's how I met you. I saw you and I started to follow you. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful, this girl. And I love your aesthetic and your style.
Thank you.
So I'm really honored that you are part of this.
Same.
Today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad because we have to share your skincare because your skin is unbelievable.
Thanks.
And like you don't need any makeup. You have like no makeup on.
I have nothing on my face.
And also I'm curious to see what for you who has this very like, did you say in English, minimalistic?
Yeah.
Aesthetic. You don't want to have too much makeup on, which is something.
But my routine I feel like is not minimal. Not at all.
Yeah. That's why I said to girls, because they see my makeup tutorials and I have like 5 products and I do it with my fingers and whatever. But then they see my skincare and it's like so many steps and so many products. I'm like, my skincare is not effortless, guys.
Yeah.
Because there's no miracle, right? There's no miracle.
No,
you have to work for it, for the skin. I mean, I want to point is that you have 3 kids, which blows my mind because it's so much work. A husband, because we still need to take care of, the people we love.
My best friend.
And your job, you're like a super hyperactive woman. You have so many things going on. How do you do?
God. I just ask for strong shoulders so I can do all the things that I'm meant to do.
Yeah.
I always knew I wanted 3 children. So I was like, let's get this out the way and make it happen.
You started early, right?
I did start really early, yeah.
24, you told me?
Yeah, 24.
Like, family is everything.
Oh, everything. And then my husband, who's fantastic, he just helps me with everything and really is my biggest support system. I mean, sometimes there, of course, like, we're all human. I have days I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. But then he just reaffirms me, like, you have a mission. Got to make sure you fulfill this. You have people to help. People have to know your story. Don't stop. So I know that there's something bigger to what I'm doing. And I feel like he's my love partner, angel.
I mean, when we're going to launch this video, I'm going to be much more further in my pregnancy. But I'm a hyperactive in my work. And my fear when I was younger is when I'm going to have a kid, I don't want this to be only on my responsibility. It's 50-50.
Yep.
And when I met Steven, and I feel like he's so ready for it. So now I'm like excited to be in a few months where she's gonna be there because we're just gonna do this together, and I'm gonna be able to do what I do and be even more inspired because I'm sure your family is like your
motor. They're my motor.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah. Your daughter will take to what you're doing too because you're so passionate about your work, and so she's gonna take on that same passion and she's gonna love makeup and she's just gonna be your biggest, like, your daughters pick up their mother's essence, and it's just gonna be so much fun.
I can't wait for this experience.
But then with daddy too, like the way that girls are with their dad,
they love with their daddy, right?
I just love it so much. It's like cuddles and kisses and you see an even softer side. Like, we know our partners, different than other people would know them, but there's like a special thing with girls and dads. You're just like, oh, I love you guys so much.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
It's so wonderful.
I have to meet your family too.
Yes, yes, they're so wonderful.
Oh, you guys are very inspiring.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, do you have time though to take care of you in the morning and at night to do your routine?
I make time.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like in order for my family to be the best, I have to be my best. So when it comes to skincare, if I have to wake up early, I'm going to wake up early, take care of my skin, take care of my body, and then do the mom thing. Kids get up, you know, even ask my husband, can you just start their morning routine, and then once I'm done, you know, I'll
So usually what time do you wake up?
Like 5:30.
Yeah, I feel like
you just gotta get up. With kids, like,
oh my god.
Yeah. And
do
we
you
try
work
to
out
go
in
to
the
sleep.
morning?
Not always. It's like a stretch coffee face situation.
Okay, good. I like.
Like, I have my husband, and I feel really sexy and beautiful. I don't need to look like a Barbie.
Yeah.
And if someone's going to judge me because I don't look how they want me to look, well, then you don't need to be my life anyways. Like,
no, it's good to hear. I think when I moved to America, that kind of freaked me out a little, is this sort of like, be the best version of yourself. Push your potential to the maximum. I'm talking physically. And I was like, well, that's not reality what we see on social media. You get cellulite, you get stretches mark if you got pregnant, or you don't have time to necessarily work out every day or to have a perfect diet every day when you're busy, and it's fine. We don't need to look
You become a mother and you breastfeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's your body is not gonna look how it did when you were 18 forever.
What is basically your skincare routine?
When I wake up in the morning, I do a cleanser. Right now is the True Botanicals, but then I'll follow up with a face scrub in the morning from like African Botanics.
Love this brand.
Buchu. It's green, it smells great. But that's like a nice way to just wipe off whatever dead skin I got in those 7 to 10 hours of sleep that I try to get. And then I wear a face oil. I have so many face oils because I just believe in them so much. My skin is naturally oily, but I recognize that the oil actually creates like a nice barrier to, number one, my oil coming through, and then also toxins coming back into my skin. Or even if I put makeup on top, it's like a layer between me and the makeup. Love La Prairie's oil, so good. I love True Botanicals oil too.
And then you do your makeup?
And then I do my makeup. I usually save this for after I've dropped my kids off at school. I did bring some things, so I make sure my brushes are clean. If they're not super clean from the night before, I just skip over them and use my fingers. Yeah. I use RMS concealer. If I'm going to something fancy, then I use more of a concealer, like a full-on face.
Okay.
But I don't use this every day. So this is more of like everyday light cover under my eyes.
Just little touches. Can you show us?
What I do with the RMS concealer is literally all my, I like to call them mom spots. So your under eyes where you don't get the most sleep, that's where I cover. I have this little burn mark on my face from getting waxed or trying to pull it off myself. So I just cover that a little bit, and then I also do by my nose because sometimes, like being in New York, my skin gets so dry here.
Yeah, and you have also like little veins that are like popping up during winter.
And my skin naturally though is very thin. So whether it's in my hands or in my face. Now I'm looking at this and I don't like how it's like a little too dark. So I have this little lightning stick from Claude de Beauty. I think that's how you say it.
I think it's Clé de Peau.
So what she said. I just put a little bit over my little mark. So then I do like a little bronzing situation on my skin. It's a highlighter and a bronzer.
Okay, you mix both together?
Not too much, just like hit the top of the highlighter. And then just do like a 3 on my face. And also I have oil on first. So it also kind of brings down
the shiny.
The shininess, yeah. And I'm super bony, so it also starts to bring out my cheekbones and my chin. And
that's the best.
all the things, So after I had 3 children, my eyebrows just became so not what they used to be.
Okay.
I fill in my eyebrows here. I just brush up my eyebrows. So I just lightly cover wherever there's like a thinning. I don't go crazy. I don't want it to look like I have makeup on. If you are my girlfriend, you have to look really close because you'll probably be one of the only people who are that close to my face. But And then I do with my fingers, like it doesn't have to be perfect. I just follow wherever my cheekbone is. But not too close to my eye because I think that it makes me look strange when it's super near my eye. Some girls, I think it looks pretty, but... I have a girlfriend and she has a line called Able Cosmetics.
Okay.
And she made mascara called No Mascara. So for this, you just take and it lifts your eyelashes and then you can...
That's so smart.
Put your mascara on. I don't put on a lot of anything. Like it's just enough. You're like...
Okay.
You could have something on your eyes. Perfect. This is my makeup. Oh. And just put a touch of
lip balm?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well, I really like it because, you know, trying to hide yourself or trying to look different. I feel like it's just an enhancement of your natural beauty. So the only thing I want to try for your skin is just to have a lighter concealer. I'm not gonna go everywhere. I'm just gonna go right in the line.
Mm-hmm.
And for this very targeted application, finger is the best. Because I actually really love dark circles on other people than me though, because mine are especially right now, they're like really big.
Mm-hmm.
So I always hide them. But for other people, just right there, I'm just giving something to the eyes too. It's like almost like makeup. I
don't know if it's because I am on the go all the time. It just doesn't bother me.
I'm just putting it right here because also I want to apply on you like a dark red lipstick.
Yes.
And when you apply dark red, it's nice to have the eyes a bit more light up.
Yes.
The one thing I really love to do is to apply a bit of concealer around the lips because I feel like we are more stained or, I mean, very fair skin girl, they are gonna have a bit of yellow. I think it's the food that stains their skin.
Wow.
And
would not have even thought of doing something
I saw
like
it with like models because on my skin I'm too dark to have those stains, but I've seen it on models that have very, very fair skin.
You have beautiful skin.
Thank you. And for girls like me and you that have transparent like thin skin, we can see a little bit more veins, but I don't see veins on you. On me, I see veins, so that's why you do it. For you, it's just a little bit more pigmentation, and for most of the people with darker skin tone, that's the thing. We're gonna have a little bit more, you guys gonna have a little bit more darkness. So when you do a day routine like this, you don't need to, it's fine. But when you're doing lipstick, it's nice to have this part a little bit more even out because then everything looks like luminous. So I'm gonna show you.
I love it.
So I'm just gonna basically put little dots wherever I want this, and then I'm gonna blend. I mean, for this you can use a brush or beauty blender, but for me, I'm like lazy. I'm just like, you know, I have my finger right there and it's like the best tool ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. So if you want to have a look, it's super natural, but it's gonna make everything like
open.
Exactly. I'm gonna use this highlighter, completely natural, and it's glowy. I feel like for you, that you have this skin with like no pores, when we're so bony, it's amazing because everything is like hold together.
Yeah.
So having any glow and creamy texture is like, for you it's amazing. Like it's super easy. So I'm just gonna apply it on the highlight zone, so like in the corner of the eyes and on the cheekbones. It's very, very natural. So you're never gonna see like a texture. I mean, you're gonna feel like you just moisturized your skin really well.
That's the best.
Right? And always here, it's Peau. That's it. I'm gonna have a tiny, tiny bit of powder just on the center of the forehead.
That is my most oily space on my face.
It's normal. Also, you know why? Because the most bumpy part is going to catch the light more.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you just use like, how do you call those paper? That oil, you know?
Things you pat.
Exactly.
I don't know what they're called either.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
This is enough. Like, this powder is very natural, so I'm just going to use it a bit here. But I really want to keep it really, really glowy. And now I'm going to use the lipstick. I wanted to go with a dark red for you.
So pretty.
Like this color is really nice and it's not completely red. And if it was on me, I would use this directly, but this is not my own. It's like what I use for other people. So I'm gonna use this little brush. The first thing I do is just to color the center of the bottom lips, and then I'm gonna blend on the side. When I'm ready to start designing the lip shape, I'm gonna ask you to close your mouth, because this is the way I can really see. Like I always say to women, when you use red on your lips, if you need to cheat a little, it's fine, because usually when you put red, it might make your lips feel a bit smaller.
I always go just a little outside my lips with the red.
And then right here, I'm gonna do what I call the V first. You know, like sometimes you look a bit too severe with red lipstick. I'm gonna make the gap between the two V a bit less like defined, almost more round, but then I'm gonna follow exactly.
You can tell you're such an artist.
Oh, why?
Just like the way you're painting me.
Yeah, I was like shaking. Because you know, I only had art training. Never makeup, I never assisted anyone or anything. So I really use the same technique.
I love it.
Okay, so when the shape is done, what I like to do is always, and you should do that when you do your makeup, check the angles. So chin up, I'm gonna see, here I did it a bit more round than the other side. I can see that I kind of want this part to be filled in, so I'm gonna be a bit lower. So I can correct any little mistake. And the corner are very important. I feel like women don't really think about it, but you want this to be clean, so keep your mouth closed and then you'll see wherever you have to go to make this like nice and clean. Open. Chin down. And then I can see the shape, that shape too. Perfect. I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gently gonna blur a little bit the edges, but just to make it a bit softer. So like, why am I going with all this trouble to make the shape perfect? If I have to blur it after, it's because it's the only way so you don't look like you kiss too hard somebody. Is to still have a shape within the mess.
More natural.
Yeah, it brings a tiny bit more softness like this. Yeah. And then if you go too far, you just take a little wipe and you just blend it. Okay, and then on the bottom, you can go like this. So when it's on you, it's much easier and faster because you can do like the weird expression and you know where to pull your lips to help you. So it takes, basically for me, it's the fastest makeup when I do that. And when this is done, I'm gonna add another texture in another layer on the lips. So adding another layer is gonna make the lipstick a bit more intense, which is important because I don't like too much when the lipstick is blurry and then you look fainted, because it really looks like you need to put back some more. So I think for you it's really great to have a red that is a bit brown.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's my skin. So pretty. It's like I've been kissing, but also it's like so put together. That was like a perfect kiss. There's a little bit of...
You have this very effortless and natural style, and if we go too sophisticated and too put together, I feel like we're missing the point of your personality. I want to add this highlighter on your eyelid. I feel like it's gonna bring a glow, and I love the texture contrast, so it's so beautiful to have a very glowy skin, glowy eyelids, and then have this matte velvet lipstick, the blush that I love.
It's so good. It's so, so good.
You see. It just feels like your skin is still moisturized, but then with your lips you have this sort of
play.
Yeah.
I love it.
And my favorite combo is like when you wear that kind of blue with this touch of red. I feel like it's the best combo ever.
Thanks. You make me feel so beautiful.
Oh, I'm happy. That's my role, you know.
Amen.
I want you to feel great.
Amen.
That was fun.
So fun.
I feel like we should do a next one in LA at your place where I can like look at your products and we'll do an eye look next time.
Please.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was so fun for us to film it. I can't wait to shoot another one with Tylynn. I feel like we should do more and more looks with her. I hope you got inspired by her philosophy and how she, you know, really take care of herself without changing herself, and how she celebrates her natural beauty without trying to transform it. Of course, Mother Nature bless her with this beauty, but it's great to see like such a happy woman with herself, and I felt like it was very inspirational. Let us know what you think, you guys, and if you're wearing that look, please keep tagging us, because it's always like so cool to see you guys wearing this look. This lipstick is really one of my favorites, so I cannot wait to see you guys wearing this kind of color.